What's up, everybody? Charlie Marlow here, talking a little Cardinals, a little all-star break chat. Let's start here. I put a poll out on X. I said, grade the Cardinals at the all-star break. All right, I just put it out, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes ago. Not a ton of votes, but last checked, 248 votes. And I said, just grade the Cardinals. I gave you all 4 options, all right? I didn't give you the options of pluses, minuses. So basically just A, B, C, and then D or F. And I think the results so far are pretty fair. So basically, only 1% of you gave the Cardinals an A. Only 1%. How about that? So 44% of you gave the Cardinals a B, 50% gave the Cardinals a C, 5% say D or F. What do you guys think about that here on YouTube and X? And how would you grade the Cardinals? I think for me, I would go B. And I think if you're given pluses and minuses, I would either go B or B minus. Probably B. I think I'm going to go B. And I say that because if you look at the projections of what the Cardinals were supposed to be, I think this also has to reflect expectations. I don't think the expectations for the Cardinals were that great. If you look at all the different projections, the Fangraphs, the Pacodas of the world, I feel like it was 82, 83, 84, maybe one of them had 85. So right now the Cardinals are 50-46, 521 win percentage. That's on pace for 84 wins, 84.4 wins. So if you say 84 or 85 wins, I think that's pretty satisfactory for what you thought this Cardinals team would be. Now, a lot of people in the comments have already said, we've lowered expectations. And I think that's true. But also, for this team, if they've essentially played up to par, I think it's fair to give them a B. And I think going into this, myself, a lot of people kind of said similar things, that this was probably, again, whatever it is, 82, 83, 84, 85 win team. That's likely the ceiling for this team. Let's just say 85. But then, we all know how baseball works. If you're on that pace for 84, 85 wins at the trade deadline, then you add, hopefully the Cardinals add a starter, maybe they add a reliever, and all of a sudden you're pushing 90 wins. You're pushing 88, 89, 90 wins. So I think that's pretty fair right there. Right now, 4.5 games back of the Brewers, the Milwaukee Brewers. Cardinals in the second wild card. Again, that 84 win pace. And then just kind of some big catch-all stats. So the Cardinals as a team, 19th in baseball in OPS with a 694. I thought the Cardinals would have potentially a top 10 offense. We know the offense was horrible for the first month. So 19th, not great obviously offensively. 16th overall in ERA. Obviously that's right there middle of the pack. It's a 4.02 ERA. Their team ERA last year was 4.79. So a good close to 0.8 of a run better this year. So 21st for the Cardinals in starters ERA. And I think this is pretty fair for what people thought this starting rotation could be. 4.44, 21st. I think you could have thought the Cardinals could be middle of the pack, but they're right there in the lower third, right on the cusp of lower third starting rotation in baseball. I think that's pretty fair for what the Cardinals went out and got. I think they could push to be middle of the pack. I don't think that's a crazy thought, but I think for the most part that's about what you thought. And then the bullpen, 7th in reliever ERA with a 3.50. And again, I'm just doing kind of basic stats here. We can get into all this, but I think if you look at the Cardinals and what you thought they would be, I thought they would have a top 10 bullpen. They do. I thought they would have, I think I said middle of the pack or maybe lower third rotation. I can't remember exactly, but I think the rotation is pretty close to what people thought it would be. But then the offense being 19th in OPS with that 694, I think obviously, this is an obvious statement, especially after the start, that's where the Cardinals have really fallen off from expectations, but they're digging out of the huge hole that they dug for themselves in the first month of the season. What do you guys think? Comment, like, subscribe, reply here on X. Let me know what you think. Also, a couple bookkeeping notes. Low-hanging fruit. We were going to do it this week. Usually it's my fault we don't do it, but Brendan this time is actually on vacation. So we will get that going next week and pick it up. So this time, it's actually not my fault. Although it's not really Brendan's fault either because, hey, people got to take their vacations. It's all good. And then, look, maybe most importantly, big news. You see the logo here. Triad Bank on board as a sponsor once again, which, look, I figured they would be, but we switched them from 590 The Fan, KFNS, when 590 shut down. So now they're with me here on the digital side, YouTube, podcast, and X as well. I've been a customer of Triad Bank for, I think, 4 or 5 years. They've been a sponsor for, I think, 3 or 4 years. Best thing I ever did for my rental property business was taking all of my loans from a big national bank that did not have great customer service at all and brought it to Triad Bank, a local bank. I go to the one there in Frontenac. You also have the Creve Coeur location. Best place you can go for commercial lending, but also, look, the retail banking. Go there for your retail banking. I'm actually going to switch all of my retail banking over to Triad Bank here pretty soon. So very happy to have Triad Bank on board, along with STL Equipment, St. Louis Lawn Care, and of course the Corner Butcher in Fenton. I don't know if you guys knew, I posted this yesterday, that yesterday was National Hot Dog Day. So if you like hot dogs, no better place to go than Corner Butcher in Fenton. You also have the Corner Butcher West location, and you have the Chop House location. So there you go. Video almost over, but if you know about YouTube, we got to keep going just about 1 more minute. You know why. We got to hit the 8-minute mark. So in closing, I would give the Cardinals a B. And you folks out there, 1% of you gave the Cardinals an A. 44% of you, last I checked, gave the Cardinals a B. 50% of you gave the Cardinals a C. 5% D or F. I don't think D or F is fair. I don't think A is fair. Maybe I'll do another poll where I break it down between B and C, and I give you guys the plus options. So we could go B plus B, B minus, C plus C. Because I think that's fair. To me, I don't think you can go lower than a C plus. I don't think you can go higher than a B. I don't think you can give them a B plus. I don't think you can give them a C. So if my next poll, we break it down, this is just my opinion, but I think you have to give the Cardinals either a B minus, or a C plus. And who really cares? That's pretty close, but there you go. All right. That's the video. Thank you guys. In closing, Cardinals, give me your thoughts in the replies. Low-hanging fruit will be back next week. Brendan and I, Triad Bank, baby, on board, sponsoring all the digital content, YouTube, Spotify, and X. Have a great rest of your week. Finish up the week strong. Have a great weekend, everybody. And remember, also, Kenny Wallace channel on YouTube and Spotify for all your NASCAR, Spotify, everything, iTunes, podcast. And then everybody settle down. Podcast and YouTube also for all of your political news and politics. And we know this is the craziest election probably we've already ever had. And it's going to be crazy because don't you think they're going to switch out Joe Biden? I'm not talking politics here, but I'm saying it's going to get crazy. And then go to Everybody Settle Down to check out all the political stuff. All right. See you guys. Thanks.